Welcome to Sports News. The Nigerian Football Federation has hailed the brilliance of the Golden Eaglets in their 4-2 win against Mexico at the Estadio Municipal Estaroa. President of the Federation, Amaju Pinnick, is impressed that the team showed strength and character in all aspects of the game. Coach of the team, Emmanuel Amuneke, has told his boys to prepare for an even more difficult task in Sunday's final against Mali, who came from behind to beat Belgium 3-1 in the other semi-final match on Thursday. History will be made on Sunday with the second All-African FIFA Under-17 World Cup final since 1993, when Nigeria beat Ghana 2-1 at Japan 93. Suspended president of FIFA, Sepp Blatter, is undergoing stress-related health checks, but is not in hospital, his spokesman has revealed. The 79-year-old who led the governing body for 18 years was provisionally suspended for 90 days last month amid a much-publicized corruption scandal. Klaus Turkler said Blatter is recovering at home and hoped to be well enough to leave his residence by the end of next week. 7 candidates will stand trial in FIFA's presidential election to succeed Blatter on February the 26th. Meanwhile, Chelsea manager Jose Mourinho says he will not appeal against his stadium ban for Saturday's league game at Stoke, saying there is no point in fighting a lost cause. The Blues boss admitted a Football Association charge of misconduct following his altercation with referee John Moss during last month's loss at Upton Park. Mourinho, who was also fined £40,000, cannot enter the Britannia Stadium, but will travel with the team and be in charge of substitutions. And now to tennis. Andy Murray has defeated Frenchman Richard Gasquet to reach his first Paris Masters semi-final. The British number one won 7-6, 3-6, 6-3 after outlasting the spirited challenge from the home hope on his home court in 2 hours and 38 minutes of grueling action. Murray will play Spaniard David Ferrer for a place in the final tomorrow. And that's it on Sports News. It's back to Sulaiman with the rest of the news at 10.
European investigators who analyzed the 2 flight recorders from the Metrojet plane that went down in Egypt are categorically saying the crash is not an accident. According to the investigators, the cockpit voice recorder shows an explosion and the flight data recorder confirms the explosion was not accidental. Earlier today, Russian President Vladimir Putin agreed to suspend Russian air traffic with Egypt until the cause of the crash of Metrojet flight 9268 is officially determined. Adeshawa Josh has more.
The Kremlin has ordered the suspension of all Russian flights to Egypt following indications that the crash near Sharm el-Sheikh was caused by a bomb. President Vladimir Putin made the announcement after UK investigators said they believed a bomb was put in the plane's hold prior to takeoff, killing all 224 people on board. Turkish police have arrested 20 people suspected of links to the Islamic State group in Antalya, a week before the city is due to host a G20 summit. US President Barack Obama will be among the world leaders arriving in the city on Turkey's southern coast for the summit on the 15th to the 16th of November. France has promised to impose border controls for 1 month starting from the 30th of November because of the upcoming UN conference on climate change in Paris. French Interior Minister said it was a precaution because of the terrorist threat or risk of public disorder. He, however, noted that the measure is by no means a suspension of Schengen, referring to the EU free travel zone where passport checks are minimal or non-existent. That's the foreign news wrap-up. Sulaiman?
Thanks, Adesha. On Entertainment News tonight, the British High Commission hosts the Lagos premiere of the new James Bond movie, Spectre. Join Mayowa Gundali for details and more.
Well, many thanks. Here are top stories on the entertainment desk tonight. The 2014 installment of the James Bond movie franchise Spectre premiered in Lagos as the British High Commission hosted VIP fans of the British spy hero to a green carpet reception. It was a fun-filled evening with guests treated to the Bond experience featuring special props similar to what the sleek character uses in his movies. Spectre stars Daniel Craig for the fourth time as James Bond, filling the shoes of some of Hollywood's biggest actors, including Sean Connery, Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton, Pierce Brosnan, and many more. A number of popular movie stars, including Jide Kosoko, Tope Tedela, Linda Ejiofor, Adesuwa Itomi, Wale Ojo, and comedian Chigirl are set to star in the movie Out of Luck. The Niyi Akimolaya-directed film revolves around a young lottery operator and his girlfriend as their lives are turned upside down when a local gangster insists he be paid out on a lottery he did not win. Out of Luck is scheduled for a December release.
How much is this loan for self? Like 5,000, 50,000, 10,000, 100,000?
1 million, ma.
1 give
1 million.
Budding Nollywood actress Meg Otanwa is set to release Sacrifice, a short film created and shot during the Ebola crisis in memory of the healthcare workers who will never be forgotten. The Didi Chika directed project stars Meg Otanwa, Sean Fakwa, Ijoma Agu Oriahi, Rita Edward, Richard Brutus, and Teresa Dixon. Well, those are the top stories we're checking out on the entertainment desk tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Let's head back to the minis.
And the main news again, the Inspector General of Police, Solomon Arasa, today read the Riot Act to the organizers of the pro-Biafra 1 million man march and threatened that those who defied the order against the march would be severely punished. The All Progressives Congress has insisted that it will fulfill its campaign promise to millions of unemployed Nigerian youth by paying the 5,000 naira monthly stipend. Lawyers to the Senate President today refiled a suit for the enforcement of fundamental human rights at the Federal High Court in Abuja after the Federal High Court in Lagos struck out the suit, citing lack of jurisdiction. And the black boxes recovered from the Metrojet plane that crashed in the Sinai Peninsula show a bomb brought down the Russian jet. That's it on the news at 10. Many thanks for watching.